Okay, so this is the 4th round of practices on July the 24th with my twin brother, and just testing different Pokemons and see how they work and how different matches would work, and try to find a match. Try to find a team that is actually more likely to win overall in most situations. Okay, so by the way, if you like watching my video, you probably just often see I lose to my brother. I think that is just a normal thing, because my brother is actually a very strong PvP Pokemon trainer in the Metro Vancouver area, and he is actually very, very experienced. Not like, I couldn't say I am inexperienced, but he is absolutely more experienced and more intelligent in Pokemon PvP battle. So I usually just learn from my brother, and in this video I think we did 3 matches, and in all of the matches my brother used Gallade as his starter, and just Rocks Community Day just finished, and some people may consider using a Gardevoir or Gallade, and you can just have a look how Gallade performs in this video. By the way, I just don't like Gallade's color, green color. I always misremember Gallade is a grass type Pokemon. But actually Gallade is not a grass type Pokemon. It's a psychic and fighting type Pokemon. So that is actually very disappointing. Every time I see a Gardevoir or a Gallade, I just want to use Charizard, because I was thinking they are a grass type Pokemon, but they are not. They just have a green color. That is just misleading to me. So I actually hate people using Gallade or Gardevoir. Now it is Swampert versus Swampert. So when Swampert versus Swampert, I think one key is your Swampert should come before your opponent's Swampert, because Swampert charges very quickly. So it means when your opponent's Swampert shows up, your Swampert is actually ready to use a charge move. So the quicker, not the quicker, but if two Pokemons who can charge very quickly, then if you are the one that uses that Pokemon later, then you are in danger. Just like the round shows, even though my brother Swampert shows up later, and actually just a bit later, but my Swampert was able to kill my brother's Swampert. So that is the key point. If both Pokemons charge. If you use Pokemon B and your opponent also uses Pokemon B, and Pokemon B charges very slowly or charges slowly, then the one who shows up later probably has an advantage. Let's say both Pokemons can use 2 charge moves. Then because Pokemon B charges slowly, then probably the person who uses Pokemon B first didn't really have enough energy left to finish charging the second time, but you are able to do that. So that is what just one lesson I learned from my matches and competitions. Here it is a very interesting match, water versus water. And I used both of my shields, but I think I would not be able to take down the Swampert. Oh, I was able to do that. But what if my brother used a shield? Then basically I just couldn't win that. Okay, so here I was good, not forgetting Gallade is not a grass type Pokemon, but Gallade has a grass type move, so it is just too harsh to Swampert. Probably I should have saved an energy, a charge move there. But even though I didn't do that, I would have died because my Venusaur didn't really have much energy left. After these defeats, I was curious about what Gallade was about, and actually at this point I realized, okay, Gallade was not a grass type Pokemon but a psychic and fighting, and is vulnerable to Fairy, Flying, and Ghost. Fairy, Flying, and Ghost. So, Sableye is good. I was thinking about using a Sableye, but it is, and I actually have a Houndour Sableye, but I didn't want to use that many Stardust to power it up, and actually Sableye, I was just thinking everyone would use Sableye, kind of like that, because I noticed in Regional 1 Ontario match, Sableye is a commonly taken Pokemon. Then I just don't want to take Sableye. I want to take some Pokemons that would give my opponent a surprise, right? And if everyone uses a similar team, then it's kind of like a bet on whether you can use a Pokemon that first shows up and and that is effective against your opponent's first Pokemon. So I just think that is very boring. So that was probably the most important reason why I didn't really take a Sableye, even though I know Sableye is effective against Medicham. The reason why I take Medicham was because I was thinking probably most people would take a Probopass, and Probopass fears fighting type moves. So I took Medicham, and I also anticipated most people would take Swampert after the Swampert Community Day, and to deal with everyone's Swampert, then everyone would probably just take a Venusaur. I should have a Psychic type Pokemon to deal with my opponent's Venusaur, so I didn't really abandon a Medicham. And Sableye is a dark type, and dark type fears fighting. So, there are just so many things to weigh, and I don't see Sableye has an absolute advantage. So, I just didn't really use that. Didn't really use my Houndour Sableye. Another reason is I can only take 6 Pokemons, and I have more than 6 Pokemons that I want to take. Then if I take a Sableye, then I have to pair it with someone, right? Otherwise, why do I take a Sableye? Then I just couldn't really find a very good team, considering I would definitely use Venusaur, definitely use Venusaur, and kind of I would definitely take Venusaur, Swampert, Charizard, and a Fairy. Then there are only 2 sports left, right? So anyway, I just didn't manage to think of a way of using Sableye with my remaining possible team members. And here I notice Gallade is a fairy type, so no. I don't know. Anyway, Gallade is terrible. Gallade could be a surprise in the PvP battle. And again, my brother used Bronzong as well. Just by the way, even though Frenzy Plant is not effective against Bronzong, it can still take away like 35 to 40% of its energy, right? So that is actually very interesting there. But if your Venusaur doesn't have a shield and Bronzong just with the same number of shields, Venusaur can still lose to Bronzong. And never use sludge bomb from your Venusaur to deal with a Bronzong, because it would cause a much less damage to Bronzong than Frenzy Plant. Okay, so I think those are the matches I want to show you in this video. Hopefully you've learned something, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.